I don't feel any resentment um, because I was born and raised here. America has always been what I've known, and so I don't feel any resentment because one thing is that you can't hold anger in the heart. I I know many Cambodian Americans who are so angry at the situation in Cambodia right now. How it's not as developed as it can be. There's so much corruption. I think about cycles of violence. I think about cycles of power. So in Cambodia, since classical days, you've always had a king and his elite, and then everyone else was just dirt poor. And the king is worshipped as, you know, as almost like a god on earth. And it's really easy to be authoritarian in that type of political environment. And for centuries, that's all that Cambodia's known, that authoritarianism. And so what you have with the communists and the Khmer Rouge, no, I don't think what they did was right. But what they were trying to do was to eliminate that authoritarianism, that quality of being led by a despot, where only one person's authority matters. They were trying to eliminate that. They were trying to create an egalitarian peasant society. But what they ended up doing was actually tripping and choking on their own power, becoming the same despot that they didn't want to serve. And so now in Cambodia, today when you're out in Phnom Penh, you really see the violence that's perpetrated between rich and poor. Okay, usually the rich have big cars, and when they're driving, they honk really quickly, really furiously for you to move out of their way, or else they're gonna run you over. Okay, and people in Cambodia, they do everything to demonstrate their wealth and how that wealth makes them better than someone else. And and Hun Sen himself was a Khmer Rouge, was involved with the Khmer Rouge. So what you have is a cycle of violence and a cycle of power where one group replaces another but does the same thing. So for me, I don't say, oh, the Americans caused that war. They didn't. What's happening is the people inside Cambodia were trying to change that, and they got lost along the way. They got horribly lost along the way. Anger doesn't get anyone anywhere, right? And secondly, I think as Americans we have a responsibility to question our role in the world. It's really interesting to have Cambodian roots and say, you know, my country was formerly colonized. But at the same time, say, but my other country is the empire of the world right now.